Out here at sunny Broadford today, we've caught up with CDR team owner Craig Dack. Craig, tell us how you're feeling coming into this series.
Yeah, it's been a pretty good build-up. We had Yamaha here at Broadford a couple of weeks ago for a two-day test, and that went really, really well. So Jay's back at home now, just riding his bike with those parts that we tried and all that, just to make sure, to get final confirmation. And today we've got Billy McKenzie here, but Billy's had a pretty solid build-up. He's been doing the New Zealand Championship, so we haven't been able to see much of him because he's been over in New Zealand, but we've got him back here at Broadford today and just going through some different engine parts mainly and ignition parts. He's happy pretty much with the handling of the bike, but we've still got a little bit of work to do with the engine. But all in all, I think the two riders we've got this year are more than capable. You see their record or their history. And, you know, hopefully we all get on very good as a team, and I just hope that we can just get off to this first round with a really solid start. We've had a few odd starts here at Broadford over the years. So, I mean, Josh Coppins and Jay Marmot was sort of 7th and 8th one year, and we ended up winning the championship from there. But we'd like to really get off to a solid start here.
It has been a very big talking point. Jay Marmot back on the Yamaha. The last time he actually rode for you, he did wrap up the championship. How's that making you feel coming into it? Oh,
it's good to have him back. He's had a couple of tough years with Kawasaki, and you know, we obviously, there's a lot of history there with us and Jay. We had quite a successful 4 or 5 years, but you know, between him and Billy having two more older, more experienced guys, you know, we got the obvious contenders like Matt Moss and you know, a few of the younger guys. Jake Moss, he's got to be quick. We know their speed. We know what they're all about. But we're really relying and banking on the experience, I guess, of CDR and the experience of the two riders that we've got to pull in a really smart series this year, because I think it's got to require a bit of smartness. You know, half the rounds are 3 motos, so half the rounds are going to have 75 points, and then half the rounds are going to have 50 points up for grabs. So, you know, it's got to be a bit of a mixed bag, and it's got to be a lot of consistency, but I firmly also believe that you've got to be right up the top. It's got to be a very tight year, I think.
So with the different formats, I'm sure you've had a chance to look over them. How do you find the formats for the 2014 series?
I'm happy. I'm, as always, my answer's always the same. I'm more of a traditionalist. I like the two 30-minute motos. We went back to that full time last year, and I thought it was good. The rationale behind the 3 motos this year, I'm not sure, but it doesn't matter. It's still, it is what it is. And in some ways, you know, those motos do suit Jay Marmot, because Jay can sometimes be a little bit slow at the start of a day. So to add another moto in there is a good thing for Jay. Billy, I think he can just cope whatever you put in front of him.
You spoke about the experience that CDR does bring to the track. We know there's been a lot of changes to the 2014 Yamaha. How have you found the bike?
So far, so good. It's, you know, it's an evolution of the current model that we had since we received the reverse engine bike. It seems like it's a lot more forgiving than the previous model. It's a lot easier to set up. It's not so, you know, the window is not so narrow compared to the old model. You know, it's getting a lot of good raves. We talk a lot to the other sister teams around the world, with Rinaldi in Europe and the US teams, and communication with Japan, and we're all finding this thing is a much better bike. But you know, what usually happens, you can do all this testing and do everything you got, and you know, at the end of testing it seems good, but you really don't know until you go out and race after the first round, and we can probably make a more true assessment after that.
Well, good luck at the first round, Craig. We look forward to seeing you there, and good luck for the rest of the series.
Yeah, looking forward to it, mate. The MX Nationals is the series of the year, and we always get quite excited this time of year before it starts.
Definitely the series of the year, so make sure you tune in to mysportlive.com.au so you don't miss a minute of the action.